One of our philosophies at Author Accelerator is to be tool agnostic. And what we mean by that is that we believe that a book coach should use whatever tool is going to best serve the writer. So, whatever you need to do to help the writer do their best work, that's what you're going to do. Whether it's a certain process or system, a certain tool, a certain exercise, a certain way of looking at the work. Maybe you're going to pull from, if you're helping a nonfiction writer, you're going to pull an exercise from the fiction toolbox to help that person. Or maybe you're going to pull from theater if you have a theater background, or improv, or maybe you're going to pull from something unique to your experience to help that writer. It's all good. It's all tools in use of helping that writer do their best work. And it's part of the fun of being a book coach is, what does this writer need? How can I help them? How can I help them understand? How can I help them move forward? And this idea about being tool agnostic, in my mind, also applies to publishing. Publishing is a tool, if you think about it. It is not the end goal. The end goal is to get the book into readers' hands and to impact the reader. That's what a writer wants, is to have an impact on their reader. How they get there kind of doesn't matter. There's so many different paths to publishing. There's so many different ways that you can achieve that same thing. So I often talk about publishing as a tool. It is just a mechanism to get the thing that you really want. So often people mistake publishing itself for the thing, as if, oh, I got my book published, now I'm done. And we all know that is just not true. A writer is constantly going to be needing to connect with their readers and build their audience and build their platform and do the work to get the book out into the world. So publishing is not the end by any means. And one of my favorite tools to help understand the publishing universe is Jane Friedman's Keys to Publishing Paths. It's a PDF. It looks like a tiny little thing that she puts out every year, and she has put out every year since 2013. So this is its 10th year of publication. And Jane Friedman is one of our industry's leading experts on the future of publishing and trends in publishing and technologies in publishing. She's just on top of this information. Her paid newsletter, The Hot Sheet, is one of the best investments for a book coach to keep on top of the publishing industry. And her regular newsletter, which is called, I think, Electric Literature, I hope I have that right, is also really great. You can get all of those things at janefreeman.com, and you can also get the PDF that I'm talking about. It's free. She puts it out every year, as I said, and it's just a simple one-page document. But I love to use this when I'm talking to writers about the different options for publishing, the different paths to publishing, the whole universe of ways that you can get published, because it shows in one glimpse all the different options and the different characteristics of those options. Everything from the kind of creative control that the writer might have, the speed with which that publishing path might happen, the way to approach that path. With traditional publishing, of course, you need an agent, but there's other options that you don't. And this PDF lays out those key publishing paths. It is just one of those simple, powerful, awesome tools that is in our arsenal that we can pull out to share with writers, and it helps them see the whole landscape of opportunities that are available to them. And for the coach, just watching how Jane updates this every year and changes it every year is a great time to check in and to say, okay, what's new? What's going on? What's happening? What are the trends out there in publishing? Because this industry is changing all the time. There are constantly new things coming up, new software, new businesses, new trends, new ways of connecting readers and the people that write books. And not one person can hardly keep track of all of the changes. It's constant, and it's a huge industry, but we do the best we can. And the goal is, of course, to be ahead of where the writer is. And most of the time, most writers coming to book coaches are new to publishing or new to this business and don't know very much, or they have a lot of misinformation or myths or old, outdated context. And so our job is to help them understand that. So I love this tool. I love when it comes out every year and getting to see it and see what's changed in it, and just again taking a minute to check in and double check my understanding of the processes that Jane lays out on the sheet, and of where publishing is and what's happening. It's a great tool, and we can always add great tools to our toolbox. So I will link to the PDF below. You can check it out and download it and share it with your writers and use it to help them understand where they're going on their path to getting their book into readers' hands.